Hello, welcome to Marketing 204, Section 302. My name is Dr. Lydia Jiroki, and I want to introduce you to the Blackboard course that we'll be using this semester. There are two objectives for this video. One is to review the tabs that are in this course, and in the second half of this video, we're going to actually walk through Blackboard. This is the home page. What you'll see is the course identification information. You'll see the announcement summary, my tasks, due date, that sort of thing. Other general information will be posted here. One thing I want to take a quick note and point out is for those of you who are new to Blackboard, what you're going to see on my pictures are the course management tab. So all of this information here, this only shows up for instructors, so don't be alarmed if you don't see this on your page. This is just for the instructor view. Alright, our next page is going to be the Start Here tab, which is where you should be if you're watching this video. This page is designed to give you an idea of where to look for information you want. So you'll see each tab has a description of what's there, what's on it, to give you a better idea of where you should actually look. Announcements is where I post, you guessed it, announcements. Information such as syllabus or due date modifications, reminders about important dates, and general check-ins to keep us moving forward. And while you can find announcements on this page, you'll also find them in your student inbox. The syllabus is arguably the most important document in this course. You will likely miss out on key information if you do not read it. This is why you have to 1. Sign a syllabus contract, and 2. Take a quiz over it. The course expectations will help you understand both what I expect from you and what you should expect from me. While this says the spring course calendar, you'll find at the bottom of this page the fall course calendar, which lists when I'm teaching and when I have office hours. You are always welcome to come in during face-to-face office hours, even though this is an online course. Lastly, you will find information about the textbooks for this course. There are a few options to help keep you from spending hundreds of dollars on a single textbook. The email guide page is extremely important given that this is an online class. That said, I will post a separate video on this page walking you through the key components of course communication. The final project page is where all information regarding the final project for this course will be listed. Again, this tab has some very strict guidelines, so there will be another video for this tab. The Course Documents tab is a place you will spend a good deal of time. Your weekly submissions are here, PowerPoints, term sheets, tips for studying, and extra credit opportunities are posted in this tab. The discussion board will be used heavily in this course. Your weekly attendance check-in is here. You'll see right here in the attendance tab. Weekly discussions are done here. The running extra credit is also done here. The quizzes tab is where all of your weekly quizzes will be posted. All of the rules and guidelines have been posted here. You will need to use the Respondus Lockdown browser with a webcam. I strongly encourage getting these set up well before your first attempt at a quiz, because I will not reset a quiz because Respondus isn't working. The My Grades tab is where your grades and feedback will be posted. Another video will be available that shows you some key information you'll need to be aware of when looking through this tab. The Groups tab is for you and your teammates to work on your final project. You can share files and use the discussion board to talk about the project. This is for your final project team, not your discussion group, and I want to make sure we keep those things separate just so it's clear. One thing that will pop up a little bit later in the semester for you is your group name, and so for me I always pick the Instructor of Doom as an Invader Zim reference, and yours will show up with whatever team name your team picks. Alright, and if you feel comfortable at this point, feel free to move on and explore Blackboard by yourself. Otherwise, please continue watching as I visit each of these tabs in Blackboard and show you kind of what they look like in more real time. Welcome to the second half of the Introduction to the Blackboard Shell from Marketing 204, Section 302. As you can see here, we're on the home page with the banner that flags this page with the course identification. We have the announcements, the to-do list, other general information. The next page we're going to go to is our Start Here. And we can see this is what our Start Here looks like. Again, just an easy walkthrough of the different tabs that we have. Our announcement tabs, right now we have no announcements. It's before the semester starts, so it's a good thing. Our next tab is our syllabus. So you can see here, this is where the syllabus file is. This is our syllabus contract, course expectations, the spring calendar, which of course is going to be updated to our fall calendar since we're in the fall. Information about me, my office hours, and then these are the 3 textbooks that I recommend. So you can pick through whichever of these 3 you can find the cheapest copy of. The only thing I want to mention is do not go older than 16 if you decide to go with the Principles of Marketing textbook. But you can generally find these $20, $20, $30, somewhere in that price point on Amazon. If you get one that is not the main version, there is already a conversion table for the versions, or for the editions rather, that have been approved. So I would just recommend downloading that file and using that to make sure you got the right chapter. And then this is the tentative fall schedule for office hours and courses. So if y'all need anything, just look there. Our next page is our email guide. So in the email guide, you see the introduction. This is very similar to the syllabus, an example of what our email should look like, an example of what our, sorry, the mouse is going a little crazy, an example of what the email should not look like, and then some additional points. If you want your instructor to get back to you, including myself, you should be very to the point. You know, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to be aware of something, explain something, modify something, that sort of thing? Use paragraphs, what time frame do you need it in, and then make sure to proofread it. So these are generally some really good tips to make sure that faculty can get back to you in a timely fashion. All right, our next page is the project. So here you'll find general information about the project, the template for the project, step 1, which is kind of initial information that has to get done pretty quickly in the course, step 2, which is the first part of the project, first of 4, and again, all of this will get broken down in another video, but just all of the information you need here. Some old videos, I'll probably go ahead and get these updated so that way they're a little more current and they reflect some of the other modifications that have been made to the assignment. All right, next page, or next tab rather. We have our course documents, so again, discussion, PowerPoints, term sheets, study guides, extra credit opportunities, other general information that may be helpful, like tech support. One thing I strongly encourage you guys to do is, again, use WebEx. Learn how to use WebEx, it'll be your best friend. All right, next we have the discussion tabs. In the discussion, we have attendance, general conversations, and then right now there's listed 5 groups. It just depends on the size of the class, how many people we have, and how many groups we'll have. But each of you will get put into a single group for your discussions, and those will be the probably 4 to 5 people that you'll talk with for the semester about course content, chapters, that sort of information. This is a completely different thing than the final project team. So discussion group, final project team, 2 different things. All right, our next one is exercises. It's unlikely we're going to use this page. It's there just in case we have different things we need to do for this class. And then we have our quiz tab. So like you can see, these are the 11 kind of guidelines, points you need to make sure you're aware of before taking a test or a quiz, respond to this information, and just kind of the list of quizzes that we'll be having for this course. And we have the My Grades tab. One thing I definitely want to make sure that I point out, one thing I want to make sure to point out is when looking at your grades, you need to make sure that you look at both the grade, which is over here, and then the description. So in the description, you'll see it says total out of 75, currently out of 60, last updated 4/15 out of 2021. So this is towards the end of the semester. What's going to happen as we start the semester, it's going to say out of 75 or some other really large number, and the numbers are going to be very small. And so rather than freaking out, we want to make sure we understand what is it currently out of, because this is the total for the semester, total of what we have available to us, and when was it last updated. Because if there's only 10 points updated and we're 20 points in, if it hasn't been updated to reflect the 20 points, then we know we don't need to be worried until the 20th points gets entered into the system. Additionally, you will find that once certain items have been graded, there will be feedback to them. Generally, you'll have to click over here. There will be something for you to click on, the number or an icon, so you can actually look at the feedback for your assignments. All right, and then the last one is our groups. So again, my group is Instructor of Doom. And so it takes you to this page where I can share information with other people who are on my team. If you have any other questions, please do not hesitate to email me, stop in during office hours, whatever you need to do to communicate with me. I'm happy to answer questions, and hopefully this helps. Have a great day.